Welcome to this month's energy forecast, where I share intuitive insights, energetic themes, and the codes of creation to support you in returning to your harmonic alignment. Last month, August invited us to pause, to receive, to acknowledge how far we've come and recognize what has already changed within us. Now that you can see how far you've come, September's energy asks, well, what are you ready to stop carrying? Because there are some things that we cannot take with us into the life that we are becoming. As I tune in, I'm showing the places where we may still be bound by old emotional energy, self-judgment, comparison, criticism, anger, resentment, old stories about ourselves and what happened to us. Some of these energies may have been carried for a very long time. And September asks us to recognize where carrying them has become heavier than releasing them. Where are you still holding yourself or somebody else inside something that has already happened? So this month carries an energy of forgiveness, release, and liberation. Now, forgiveness can sometimes be misunderstood. It doesn't require us to deny what happened. It doesn't ask us to pretend something was acceptable when it wasn't. And it doesn't necessarily mean allowing somebody back into our lives. Forgiveness, as I'm feeling it this month, is about releasing the energetic hold of what happened. It is the moment that we recognize I no longer want this experience to determine how I live my life today. And that is where forgiveness becomes liberation. But we cannot truly release what we haven't been willing to feel. September invites courage around emotion. There may be sadness beneath the anger, grief beneath resentment, hurt beneath criticism, and fear underneath judgment. Rather than immediately trying to transform those feelings, allow yourself to simply recognize them. Let the emotion speak. Let the body acknowledge what it has been carrying. Because when a feeling is finally allowed to be felt, something begins to loosen. And this is where another layer of the month's guidance comes through. Once we recognize what we're feeling, we can begin to separate the emotion from the story wrapped around it. What actually happened? What meaning did I give to what happened? And what have I continued to tell myself because of it? Those are not always the same thing. When we begin separating the facts from the story, we create space around the experience and we regain choice. And this is where we can begin releasing the chains of victimhood with compassion. Not by denying that we were hurt or by taking responsibility for another person's choices, but by recognizing that our future no longer belongs to what happened in our past. As we release the stories, we can begin to look back across our lives from a wider perspective by recognizing what we learned and what we discovered about ourselves. Perhaps the invitation is to trust that even the chapters we would never have consciously chosen, we can retain the wisdom and release the weight. Because release creates space, space for a different relationship with yourself, space for a different future, space for more love, and space for life to meet you somewhere new. And if you released the story while retaining the wisdom, who would you be free to become? So let's bring through a creation code to support us in this process of forgiveness, release, and liberation. As always, I like to close my eyes and place my hands on my heart, and I invite you to do the same if you would like to. And we're just going to start by taking a few long, deep cleansing breaths in through the nose, deep into the belly, and then exhaling out of the mouth. And just notice with each breath that you feel more settled in the chair, more present in this space, in the room, in the body. And just begin to open to receive this code to support you for the month ahead. So I'm going to invite you to gently raise your eyes to the center of your head. And this is where the pineal gland sits. And the pineal gland acts as an antenna where it receives the light codes that flow through us and allow us to receive the divine wisdom, the divine intelligence that will help us to navigate the path ahead. So just raising your eyes gently until you feel a slight tension behind the eyes. And this is the center of your head. And just breathe here. Good. Now we're going to imagine that this beautiful golden liquid light is forming from above our head, flowing down through the crown chakra into the center of the head, and it's filling up the whole of the brain, the whole of the mind. And maybe you can imagine it's like honey, liquid, golden light, like nectar. And allow this beautiful nectar to flow down now through the throat, down into the chest, where it pools in the heart area. And then from here, we're going to imagine sending our awareness down our body, down our legs, down our feet, into the earth beneath our feet, to the Earth Star, where we're anchored and supported and held by Mother Earth. And you might notice as you do this, you immediately feel more grounded and centered in the body. And so as we thank Mother Earth for all that she provides us, we're going to imagine that this beautiful loving energy from the Mother rises up our legs and meets the liquid light in the heart space. And on the next exhale, imagine this beautiful golden light is coming out of the heart space in all directions, creating a beautiful sphere of golden light all around you. You are the center of this sphere, the center of your universe. Everything outside this golden light is the world, and everything inside is you. So we're going to call in now our guides and angels to surround and protect, guide and direct, calling on the Council of Harmonic Presence to be here now. As we bring through a creation code to support us through the month of September. And you might like to think of an area that you're ready to let go of now that has felt heavy from carrying it for a long time, and you're ready to put it down. And just bring that gently to your mind as a soft intention to release this month. Okay, so we're going to bring through a code now to support us. And I'm seeing 11, 2, 1, 3, 9, 7. Take a deep breath and hold. Just imagining that numerical sequence lining up, entering the pineal gland into the DNA. And as you exhale, imagine this code activating every cell in the body, spinning the electrons, the hydrogen atoms, releasing this new code into our body, activating the cells so that we can hold this frequency, enabling us to shift the patterns or release what no longer serves us with greater ease and grace. Just notice here what happens to the body, if anything. If you're still holding any tension, allow your breath to take that tension and release it with the exhale. And then just take a few long breaths, bringing yourself back to this room, back to this space. And you may gently open your eyes. Good. So as always, I'll watch this back and I'll drop the decoding of the code in the description, so you can have a look there and see what the guidance is for the month ahead. But really, this month reminds us that liberation does not require us to erase the past. You know, we really honor what was real and we allow ourselves to feel what was felt. We receive the wisdom and then we decide what we take forward. You do not have to carry every chapter of your life into the next one. We keep the wisdom and we release the weight. So if you're navigating a difficult period and would welcome support, then you can book a private session with me. And you can also visit my website to download a free 25-minute teaching and practice to help you uncover the hidden layer that has been holding you back. And that's on theconsciouscreationcoach.com. Until next month, allow yourself to meet what comes next with a lighter heart.